We're on.
Good evening. It is Wednesday, February 24th. And we are on live on the greatest show on the web that I'm going to let Regina say the title to.
Neo Soul Cypher? That?
Very good.
Yes. So we are the Neo Soul Cypher Show, powered by neosoulcypher.com. Bam.
In your face.
Eventually. I will get that right eventually. How's everybody doing?
We're good.
We're good.
Are you good? Are you good, Q-Man?
I'm always good.
Good, good.
Nothing new or exciting, just day-to-day living, trying to stay healthy.
Okay. All right. No sandwiches tonight, man? No.
Actually, I had the halal guys tonight. I had a chicken bowl. It was very good.
Wait.
Okay.
Hey, please tell me why last Wednesday. Well, actually, it was like at midnight. I got a text from Q-Man going, "It's really spicy," and I'm like, "What is he talking about?" And I'm like, "Did he mean to send this to me?"
It was probably a delayed text.
It probably was.
And I texted the next morning, and he's like,
"No,
I'll remember."
No. This is what happened, Regina. He actually texted that while we were doing the show.
Yeah, I did.
You did, and it didn't come through to you until midnight. So
you got it's really spicy.
I got it, but during the show.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was with his girl or something. And I'm like, that's your business. Oh, why are you telling me this? Yeah. Yes, I got it like at midnight.
Oh,
you think that my nightly vernacular is it's spicy. That's
Cardi, I don't know. Maybe I ain't know.
That sounds like a millennial that would say that, not me.
I was impressed.
Oh my goodness.
How's Texas now, right about now?
Well, thankfully, things are a lot better. I was telling someone earlier today that yesterday it was 81 degrees. We got a high of 81 degrees, and 7 days before it was -2. So that is life in Texas. That is life in Texas.
So the snow is gone.
The snow has been gone, man. The snow was gone as of Thursday when it got close to 60. And but the reality is that this part of the country had never seen this protracted period of a freeze. Right. And so the infrastructure wasn't ready for it. They should have been ready for it, because even though we hadn't seen it for this long before, we did have the 2011 freeze over. It wasn't exactly this cold, and it didn't exactly last this long. So they should have been prepared for it, but they weren't. So.
Wow. So your power bill isn't $10,000, is it?
My power bill is not $10,000, and I tell you, if it was, we would have an issue. We would be in court right about now.
So what happens? Are they going to have to pay that?
Well, they put a moratorium on people actually having to pay their bills for now, and I don't know what they're going to do regarding those actual bills, because what happened is that these people have these variable rate plans, and so you have these unregulated power providers, and they're providing power, and that's probably what it costs when you have a shortage and people can't even turn on their lights, and then you give someone you give a short supply to someone. It's probably cost that much in terms of demand supply, but that's why it's hard to say that you're going to have an unregulated power grid, because it's such a utility for everyone that it's not the kind of thing that is the easiest thing to have the market forces control. So as we found out, but thankfully, most people are somewhat back to normal. I just feel bad for the people who literally, had to deal with freezing cold. We had a number of deaths. People froze, literally.
I read that today. Well, I read the headlines. I couldn't read the actual thing about a boy died from hypothermia.
I would imagine it was hard on crops and farms and things like that.
Oh my gosh, yes. And so, prices of food have definitely been spiking up as a result. And it's going to take a while for that stuff to stabilize. But we lost some cattle, lost crops and all that thing, because no, no one's prepared for that sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Well, as long as you're all right.
Yes. Like I said, God has been good, so I cannot complain. Complain.
Good.
Indeed.
So we got the next young gun on the night, right?
Yeah.
It's always a great name when you can be called the next young gun. Usually the brothers avoid nicknames like that, but in this case, it's warranted to be the next young gun. What, Regina? What?
I'm sorry. It's like one of my favorite movies.
Young Guns.
Do you always have to date yourself?
All the time. Like, yeah, because all of them were like hot and they all became fake. Never mind.
Yeah. And now they all look like...
No, they don't. Just stop it.
Okay.
Don't say a superintendent because you can't.
No, I'm never saying that again.
Oh my God.
But they're definitely not the young guns anymore. Okay, can we agree to that?
In my mind, they are.
Okay, and they're
Ain't
like
nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. No doubt.
We do have the next young gun, Marcus Machado, on tonight. Talented guy, great with the guitar.
Yeah,
multi-talented.
Absolutely, and we're excited to have him on because he's doing some really big things these days.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into it with him, but he is reaching somewhat of a peak in terms of his own career, and then also having a joint career with some pretty famous compadres of his. And we'll let him get into that, but we're excited about it. We're very excited to have him on at this stage of his ascent.
Absolutely. He plays the guitar better than I do.
Yeah, well, that's not hard, Q. Come on.
Do you play the guitar?
No.
No, you don't. I didn't think so. Okay, no, you don't.
I'm more of a mandolin guy.
Yeah.
Shut up.
All righty. So how was your week, Q? How was your week? Are you good, man?
Yeah, busy, man. Busy.
Yeah.
I got a lot of projects I'm working on.
Okay.
I'm ghostwriting a story for someone. I'm writing a screenplay for somebody else.
Okay.
Deadlines. It's keeping me hopping, man.
So what's the I don't want to get too off topic, but what's the purpose of ghostwriting? Why ghostwriting for someone?
Well, basically they pay you they have an idea somewhat detailed. They tell you that idea, they want you to write it because they are not a writer, pretty much. So, like if you had a great idea for a book, characters, plot, but you're not a writer, you'll call a ghostwriter or someone that you trust and tell them to write it. And that's basically what that is.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
It happens more often than you think.
So it's their idea. It is they have the plot, but they're just not doing the writing.
Yeah, they have a whole idea, characters, plot, layout. But they're not a writer.
So yeah, and he is. But I'm glad you mentioned the concept of ghostwriting because it not only applies to the world of writing books, it also applies to the world of writing rhymes. And I mentioned it because we're going to touch on Marcus and one of his fellow artists that he's working with in this group right now, who is one of the supreme writers and rhyme sayers at the same time. And I query whether folks have asked him to ghostwrite for them because but it would be interesting to figure that one out. And we're gonna leave that name out there for a minute, and we'll touch on it a little bit later.
Would they beat me in a battle?
Well, Q, I have a feeling yes.
Wow.
Yes, because this brother is dope.
He's
been dope for a couple of decades. He's been dope for a couple of decades as well. So
I'm undefeated. So I don't know.
I got faith in you, Q. I'm going with you. I don't care who it is, man.
It took years, but it's about time.
Okay. All right.
I'm with you all the way. Family first.
You're finally on my side. It took a long time.
Oh my God.
I've always been on your side.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like it's about that time that we bring in the man, the myth, Mr. Marcus Machado, as he is taking it to the next level. What's up, Marcus?
What's up, dude? What's up? How y'all doing?
What's going on, man?
I'm good. Can't complain. Just
love it in the background. Love it.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
That's nice.
Little vibes in the crib.
So what's going on with you, man?
Nah, man, everything is good, man. Just basically a lot of stuff is going on. Just getting ready for the release of my debut album. Excited about that, Aquarius Purple. That's coming out on vinyl, limited edition this Saturday. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Tomorrow night actually, if you guys are free, 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'm gonna be doing a listening party.
Ah,
So everybody gets a first listen. So come to my IG page, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
oh,
yeah,
we gonna have to do that.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That's
That's
exciting.
right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're gonna go live on IG?
Yeah, going live on IG. Also, too, want to talk about another show that I have with my sister. It's called QSTV. It's a bi-weekly show where we showcase creators from all over. So from the New York area, all over, and it's a bi-weekly show. So it's a little bit of hip hop, artists, DJs, MCs, drummers, musicians. So that's QSTV. That comes on tomorrow at 8 p.m. on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So watch that at 8 o'clock and then come over to my page at 9 o'clock. So it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy. Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Nice.
exciting.
You got a lot going on, my brother.
Oh, shoot.
I'm trying to keep these lights on.
So how does it feel to have all these projects that you're kind of moving with at this point? And I mean, I don't know if you've had this at other parts in your career, but it seems like things are kind of coalescing and coming together. How does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. I'm happy that everything is finally to see, the light of day and stuff. And, a lot of this stuff has been years in the making, what I mean? Like the 13 project, that was something that we worked on for about 5-6 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So in the time, it's crazy because with the timing with everything that's going on in the world, it's like it's happening right on time. And, and then my debut album, that's been 9 years in the making. I started on that project when I was living in Amsterdam, like back in 2009, 2010.
Okay.
It's just the journey, you know what I mean? Just starting from there all the way up to now, and then actually finishing the record, last year during the pandemic. So, it's a beautiful thing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. I can't complain. You know what I mean? Everything it's all about timing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's all about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How long were you in Amsterdam?
I was in Amsterdam for about a good 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
What years were you there?
I was there from like 2009, 2010 until like 2014. Yep.
Did you love it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm a traveler. I love traveling, and that was one of the places. Actually, how I got hip to Amsterdam was back with the Family Stand. So Family Stand, if you guys are familiar with the Family Stand, V. Jeffries, Sandra St. Victor, those are like my musical parents, and they took me underneath the wing, and 18, 19 years old, they brought me on tour in Europe, and I was just like, wow. I was like, man, if I could find a way to live out there, I'm definitely gonna figure it out. So yeah, so everything worked out, and yeah, I ended up being there for about a good 6 months, producing, doing a lot of different records, and then end up doing a tour like 125 shows in 1 year, and kind of led me up to like living in the Netherlands for a couple of years and stuff. So yeah.
Amsterdam. Wow. Did you get a Royale with cheese while you were there?
Oh my God. Are you a Pulp Fiction king or something? You're a Pulp Fiction. Oh my God.
Do you watch movies? I record everything.
It was one of the most gross. I couldn't. When he shoots, what's his name in the backseat? I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
You went way out there. It was just the one Amsterdam question, and you're talking about shooting people in the head.
Because that's from Pulp Fiction. Oh, never mind. I mean, they do really call it that, but I thought you may have been a Pulp Fiction fan. None of you guys are. Marcus, you're a Pulp Fiction fan. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Of course.
Oh my God.
We love the movie. Nobody's saying that. But see, Ray, for the record, Ray, I stayed on topic. Okay, I was.
You know what? It's one of those rare instances. Yeah, it is all reversed. I don't know what's going on tonight.
So, Marcus, Ray has been bragging on you about the current things that you're working on and the people that you're working with. So you got to tell us all about it, because
got this 13 13 is myself, drummer Daru Jones from Jack White, and legendary rapper Pharoahe. You know what I mean? So yeah, Pharoahe is the legend, the icon.
Wow.
He's a beast.
Beast, lyrical assassin. So, merging the hip hop side and the rock side and bringing that together is 13. So basically that project is touching on everything that's going on in the world, all the badness. In order to get through the light, you got to go through the dark a little bit. So it's like it's a twist, so to speak. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's a great project. I'm honored to even be on a project with Pharoahe. I've been a fan of his since I was a kid. Organized Confusion. Just to call him a brother and a friend is it's a beautiful thing. And then also too, I have another project with the legendary Pete Rock. We have a project called Pete Rock and the Soul Brothers. It's called Peach. Features Pete Rock, Daru Jones again, Mono Neon, Jermaine Holmes, which was the backing vocalist for D'Angelo, the Vanguard, and yeah, Big Yuki, Ghana, yeah, so everybody's on. So it's a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're keeping pretty busy in this pandemic.
Yeah, I am. Also, too, I can't forget my man Jose James. Have a project with him as well. That just dropped 2 days ago. It's a live project called New York 2020. We ended up recording like 2 live concerts during the pandemic last year, and that's coming out. That came out 2 days ago. So pick that up. So yeah, it just seems like everything is happening all at the same time. So you can't complain. You know what I mean? A lot of good music.
No, absolutely, man, absolutely, and we're excited about what you're doing, my brother. And now with all these different projects, how do you figure out kind of what to focus and prioritize on in your mind? What's rising to the top, and what's kind of close second, and or are they all the same?
I mean, they're all the same for different reasons. Like the Peabody project, that was something that we did like 2 years ago, and then it ended up coming out, in December.
Okay.
There's another project that came out January as well, and then pretty much each project kind of like started like November, October last year up to now, which is my project. So it kind of gives me time to focus on my project, the baby that I've been working on for quite some time. I'm super excited to share it with everybody, and yeah, it's a great project. Aquarius Purple is just a project just talking about all different influences. So from Jimmy to Sly Stone, you hear a little bit of everything in there. You know what I mean? It's a vibe. So can't wait for you guys to hear it.
No, man. So how many tracks do you have on your release?
I think it's 12.
12. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
We can't wait, man. I saw the actual vinyl, the purple version of it.
Yeah.
It's like translucent, and it is off the chain, man. So definitely looking forward to actually getting that actual vinyl, man. No doubt. So you said it's getting released on the vinyl. Is it also going to be released on the streaming services at the same time, or a little bit later?
No, right now we're just only doing vinyl. Shout out to Purpose Music Group, George, and Melvin. Basically, what we wanted to do is with this project, we wanted to take it old school. You know what I mean? So experience. You know what I mean? You listen to it. You read notes and the credits and stuff. And it'll probably be out digitally sometime, probably like April or May. But for right now, yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice touch, man. That's a nice touch. Just kind of bringing it back to the old school, and I think hopefully people will highlight that in itself, and they'll give you some buzz.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Because like right now, I feel like everything it just needs to be a balance. You know what I mean, music wise, and everybody's so fast at the fingertips. Like you can download, you can stream, but a lot of these artists, nobody's not making no money. So the thing is, streaming is great, but that's not helping the artists. You know what I mean? And it's like you can have 200, 300,000 streams and you get $4 at the end of the year from BMI.
Yeah.
So like, where does it go? So for me, it's like with all the music that we try to put out is we want to put the best quality of music out, and for people to go out and support it. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot into it, but yeah, with the purple vinyl, it's limited edition. So that goes on sale on Saturday the 27th. So it's only 100 copies that will be purple, and then March 1st will be the regular, vinyl, black vinyl and stuff.
Okay.
yeah, man, just trying to do some different stuff. You know?
No, absolutely, man, absolutely. So you mentioned a little bit about the Pete Rock.
Yeah.
I think we might want to slide into that right about now. What do you guys think?
Oh, absolutely.
Maya?
All right. So let's see what we can do right here. Hold on, because Pete Rock was the man, is the man, I should say.
Men of violence seek my life, but God is
No, that's the wrong track. That is the wrong track, my friends.
That's the way. That's the way. That's the way. Baby, that's the way. That's the way. That's the way. Way to go. That's the way. 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 That's the way.
All right. That is the way.
Yep. Out now, Pete Rock and the Soul Brothers, Peacementals 3. Go pick that up. That's on all digital platforms. You want to go pick that up.
Yeah, man, that is dope right there. So how was it working with Pete Rock, man? And when you were working with him, did you ever get any nuggets about what he used to do back in the day with CL and everybody else?
Yeah. I mean, it's another person, just honored to be, in the room and creating. He's a master, when it comes to production, you know what I mean? And he hears every little thing. So from the guitars to the drums to the bass, everything, just sitting with him and kind of him orchestrating and knowing, what parts to put in, what to take out and stuff, it was crazy. And also too, to hear some of his exclusive beats that he hasn't put out in years and stuff. But just giving us the real and just a really cool person and giving us, a whole lot of information about the wilderness and, people that we've been working with and stuff. So,
I didn't do that.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
That was not
sounds
me.
like okay.
It was absolutely not.
Yeah.
So most of the artists we've spoken to, or I would say the majority, have all struggled through the pandemic with their creative processes.
Yeah.
You are the opposite. You are creating, you're putting new stuff out, you're doing all these big things. How are you doing this?
I mean, for me, like I said, it's a blessing, and it's just it's a certain focus, you know what I mean? Because like with the pandemic, especially for musicians and creatives, it's like there's two sides. It's like you can either be super creative and use that, being kind of sheltered and not be able to go out to get really creative, or you can be super depressed, because you can't go out and like tour. And for me, for example, this was 2019. We were touring, doing this Bill Withers tour, tribute tour with Jose James. We went all over to Europe, and then 2020, around my birthday in February, we just got back from Japan, Tokyo, and we were supposed to do a whole series of tour, and we got literally back a week before everything hit. So if we
Wow.
were a week more, we would have been like pretty much stuck in Tokyo for 2 months. And it was kind of like for me, I was doing movie scores. I was doing a lot of different stuff at the same time, and it was like, man, I was like, if I could have like a month, or 2 weeks to kind of really sit down and like finish these projects, that would be great. Not knowing the pandemic was going to happen, so for me, it was kind of like when everything hit, it kind of gave me enough time to really sit down and finish what I was working on. And
Okay.
once I started on one, I just start finishing up the other one. For me, I try to be ahead of the game and always try to just keep myself busy. You know what I mean? But of course, I'm not gonna lie to you. Of course, we're not being able to tour and do the things that we normally used to do. It was real difficult. You know what I mean? I lost family members. It was every day. Like everybody else. Was really affected by it. But all in all, just grateful to be healthy and my family is healthy and stuff, and just try to stay focused. And that's what I did. During that time, and just want to put the best music out. You know what I mean? Tomorrow's not promised, so just use that time to put music out.
So what about? So are you like really eager now to perform live? Are you like, or are you?
I mean, for me, of course. I mean, I want to be out, with the people and kind of like play, but at the same time, with all this music coming out at the same time, it's like, I want people to digest it. You know what I mean? So kind of live with the music first, and hopefully, if everything goes well by the summer or this fall, and we're able to play, I'll be more than willing to come out and really tour and play these records. But like with QSTV, where we decided, it was like, man, we can't really go out and really play. Let's do it. Virtually. You know what I mean? Have a bi-weekly show to where people can actually see us from their homes and kind of give that space too. Because, this new normal is crazy. You know what I mean? You got to wear masks and different stuff. So for me, man, if we can just keep consistency and keep the content and kind of do something to where, we have music every other week or we can see performances virtually, I think that helps. That just gets our chops up, if you want to say,
How'd you get your lessons in patience? Was that normal?
Say it again.
Was that your because you said earlier your lessons in patience?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to tell folks about patience, or how did you get your patience? Because you said it took a while.
Yeah, it did.
To do these songs, and most of us want that instant gratification. And
yeah. I think for me, just being in the business young, I've been playing guitar since 2 years old. Professionally, I've been playing since 9. So this is all I know. So from touring, working with different artists, and doing my own stuff, I notice, even when it comes down to like marketing and putting out, projects, it's a whole different beast. And a lot of people and a lot of musicians are eager to put music out right now. And the fact that we have this platform where tonight, if I wanted to put out something, I could put it out. But then it's like, once you put that out, you have a million other people that's putting out music too at the same time. And you get lost in the sauce. So it's like, you want to, if you put 2,000% into it, you want to make sure it hits the people the right way. So that being said, it may take some time. This project, like I said, I wasn't expecting it being taking 8-9 years to put out something, but at the end of the day, everything is with timing, and long as you do it step by step. Because I feel like sometimes if you ask for something and sometimes you want it so bad that you get the opposite instead of just waiting and just keep it persistent and keep focused, and then when the time is right, I'll show you the right way. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. I think for me, just patience is this. Nobody's not perfect, but just if you have a goal, just know that it's not going to be an overnight success. You know what I mean? And everybody's story is different. There's some artists that they put out something and they're all over the world. Then there's other artists that may put out something, but then next year they was like yesterday's news. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's longevity, and I want to put out timeless stuff. You know what I mean? So that being said, I want to make sure that it may take some time, but when it comes out, it's something that can last for a long time.
I love it, man.
Were you heartbroken over Eddie? I shouldn't say heartbroken over Eddie Van Halen. Were you a fan? Was he one of your?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were, a lot of guitarists, especially.
For me, like for example, Aquarius Purple. Like, that album is like, it started from when Prince was alive. Prince passed, B.B. King passed, Eddie Van Halen, so many different, guitar giants to where now, like, they're still out there, but I feel like our generation and, people coming behind us, we got to carry the torch and keep it out there. You know what I mean? And my thing is never to be put into a box. You know what I mean? Because, even coming up as a kid, it was like, oh, you play guitar. Either you're heavy metal or you're like, you can't do hip hop. You can't do, rock or country or whatever. It has to be in one box. So for me, I'm a hip hop too. I love Jack Dilla, I love Village, I love KRS-One, and everybody too as well. So with my music, I try to incorporate that. But yeah, I mean, Van Halen was a beast. You know what I mean? Like every guitar player is influenced by him some way. Form another. You know what I mean? So just trying to carry the torch too, because I feel like for me being young, you have Slash, you have BB King, there's still a lot. I'm sorry, Buddy Guy, you still have a lot of guitar players out there, but it's kind of like underrated now. You know what I mean? I feel like in the 90s and the 80s, you knew Jeff, you knew Stevie Ray Vaughan, you knew Prince. These were just guitar players. It wasn't like they had to do a lot of different stuff. And I feel like now out there, but everything is so like underground. So for me, you can be part of that and continue it in some form and fashion. I'm all for it.
Well, that's what I love about this project that you guys have done with 13, because you have you've done something really interesting here by putting together the two genres that historically really have not been together that much. I mean, you had Run DMC do some things, but the way you guys are doing it is really interesting. With 13, just that integration of that rock and that hip hop. And it's so authentic. How would you guys able to kind of in such an authentic way kind of merge it together? Because historically that's not been the case.
Yeah, I mean for us, we've seen it, a lot of times a lot of hip hop artists try to bring in a rock band and it just didn't gel that well. And with us, it was like really tell the story, but we wanted to get the best sound as possible. And with that, it takes time. And Pharoahe, he sat, we talked, had many conversations, and he was like, I don't want it to be where it's me, I'm spitting all these bars, and then you just do like a 2-second guitar solo. He's like, after when I spit, I want you to like answer me with a verse, So it's like things and kind of like bringing that together. And then Daru, Daru is a rock drummer playing with Jack White, but then he also has the Clyde Stubblefield, James Brown. He has the Buddy Miles, Jay Dilla. So you bring all of that together, and just us really drilling in the studio and bouncing off with different ideas. And that album is is heavily inspired by Led Zeppelin, Band of Gypsy, Black Sabbath.
Right.
I love Zeppelin. I got on my playlist. I got Dire Maker on there. But.
Like Eddie Hazel, like all these unsung heroes, we wanted to take all of that and merge it together. So, that sound, it takes time, but I think with us, I think 13, we had for that project, it's at least over 200 songs that just we just kept going.
That is incredible. That is incredible.
We can't wait to when things open up so we can actually, tour and actually.
It sounds like you're gonna have more than enough material, no doubt about it, my brother. So, but what's interesting about it is you guys were actually on Stephen Colbert recently, and so tell me about that experience and what it was like to kind of be on a national show where everybody gets to hear and see you, and kind of what happened after it.
Yeah, it was great film. We did a thing called Play at Home. So pretty much Stephen Colbert, he has this thing during the week where he has no shows and it just only showcases artists. They play from all different places and stuff. So we was featured on that, and it was fun. Just the fact that we're able to have a record out, not too long, and to be able to play in front of all the masses. It was great. So I love the play. For me, it's like the more people, the more better. You know what I mean? So it was a great experience. It was really great.
No, I feel you. Well, on that note, I think we're gonna slide into a little bit of Colt 45 here. So just give me a second.
Yeah, my dad used to drink those.
Where is Billy D. Williams when you need him?
Thank thee, O God, by thy name, by thy might, defend my cause. Proud men have risen up against me.
Can you guys hear that?
Yep.
and to redeem through your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, God, forever and ever. Amen.
Chop the head off of false idols, topple statue, set them ablaze. Teeth Donald make Ronald Reagan turn in his grave. Season discrimination, sprinkle a little sage. Add a dash of hatred, eat it and get on stage. Chase it down with some poverty, add a splash of the murder rate. Regurgitated and spit out rage. Sit in a circle of 13 candles and smoke haze. Thinking we should miss Christ. Christmas will make you a slave. Lactose intolerant at birth. Never phased by the race for chasing American cheese in a maze. In 4th grade I played Scrabble. Scrambled the letters in the name Santa. Magnified and deciphered the clauses in the game. Nauseating or angry. Bill Bixby. Exorcists make the president's head 360. Emergency, you should monitor the mercury in your thermometer. Witchcraft immortal, paranormal phenomena. The dark side of the truth, no apology. Carbon monoxide in the booth, do not follow me. Please do not breathe. You are now listening to killer bees in my lungs when I wheeze. Hex for the Klux Klan, clues for the alt-right. Enchanting incantations for their adult life. Flows overthrow pharaohs and kill Caesars. Iris inside of an isosceles pilot the Nebuchadnezzar of heaven. 7 orifices over crossed fibulas. Spit a poison dart through the heart of Caligula. Colt 45, vehicular homicide. Insidious, the meticulous way that I've arrived. It's Colt 45, particular, so sublime. Ridiculous, the ubiquitous flow is so conniving.
That's just ridiculous, man. That is dope. That is dope right there. Yeah, man.
Wow.
So who had concept for that one?
That was Monch. You know, Monch. One thing people gotta understand about Pharoahe, not only an incredible, MC, but producer and another person with, his ear for, creating and directing and all the videos that you see from 13. He had the vision and the idea of putting that stuff. But collectively, we all came together for, all the projects, all the songs. But that was his idea for the whole thing.
Right.
Talking about, Donald Trump and his cult. Right? That's what that was about.
Sorry, I threw up in my mouth. And I just hear you stand to hear the name, but I just feel something.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got to play. We got to play on the words there. The Colt 45. Love it. Love it.
Exactly.
Man.
Nice.
I love those lyrics.
Basically a cleanse, you know what I mean? So as you see it, the world is a very dark place. So, we need a cleansing. We need an exorcism.
Yeah.
So that whole vibe of 13, that's what it is. Mm-hmm.
So is there someone you would collaborate with that you've not yet?
Yeah, of course. There's so many people. I love to collaborate with Carlos Santana.
Oh,
Yeah,
Have you gone to one of his concerts?
Of course, yeah.
Was he not just the most spiritual person? Yeah, he's gifted as a musician, but it's so the whole vibe. He's so spiritual. I felt. Did you come out like feeling like really just
like in another
cleansed?
Another world, with Carlos. Yeah, man. I mean, he's one of the last people. Him, Buddy Guy, Slash, D'Angelo, Raphael Sadiq. There's so many people. So many people I love to collaborate with. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well,
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Do you like the collaboration? One of my favorites, you might not like it, between Nelly and Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's one of my favorite ones.
I'm
like, what? I'm like, what?
I dug it. Yeah, really. I would never expect that, but no.
No.
Yeah.
Was that part of it for you that you wouldn't have expected it, and it was like so great?
Yeah, for me, it's like I never expected those two, and then when I was like, okay, this is cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Check it out even more, you know what I mean? So I got it totally, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you mentioned D'Angelo, and I think we mentioned this last week on the show a little bit. so it is quite likely that he's going to have a versus coming up, man. Yeah. And we were trying to debate as to who he should have his verses against, and I would love to hear what your thoughts are.
Oh man, I mean, quiet is kept. He's bringing out everybody. So the people that you think that's a possibility that is going to come is going to probably be there.
Is my choice going to be Lenny Kravitz? Probably not, but that's my choice.
Maybe you never know, because the thing the thing was, instead of him like going against a certain different artists, he was like, let me just bring the whole game, and everybody just bounces off of each other.
Oh man, that's gonna be crazy.
It wasn't. I think with this versus, they didn't want to do it so much part of like hits,
right?
To go off of like different people they collaborated with.
Sure. Kind of almost like a mini concert vibe.
Yeah. We'll be at Apollo, live streaming yet Saturday and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, I'm looking for it. And just the fact that he's coming back out. You know what I mean? Black Messiah. He's very person. But he's coming back out. During time is great. It's great for music.
Man, cannot wait for that one to happen. No doubt. So Q-Man usually asks this question, so I'm gonna ask it just because I'm gonna take it from him. So what's next, man? I mean, you've done all these wonderful things, but what's next?
Oh man, just more music, more music. After this project, right now I'm currently working on a blues album. I'm getting into that. You know what I mean? Starting on that. So that's something else. And then I have a project with my sister. I didn't mention that too. We have a production team called Mach 7 Music. My sister's a female producer. Collaborate with different artists. So we have a project that's out right now called Black Summer Volume 2 and Black Summer Again. And it's just so many different projects. A lot of sample packs. So much stuff is coming down the line. So a lot of music. Be on the lookout for it, for sure.
Well, you have to keep us in the loop, man, because we cannot wait to highlight what you're doing, my brother, and make sure that we're letting folks know about it. And then if we get a chance to play it, we're gonna play it too.
Man, thank you.
So, we are definitely.
Who are your blues influences though? Before we go though, who are your blues?
Yeah. Oh man, everybody from Albert King, Muddy Waters, Bobby Johnson, T-Bone Walker. You know what I mean?
Do you ever go to?
Go ahead.
Do you ever go to New Orleans?
Yeah. I played. We played Jazz Fest. That was for like the past 2-3 years. Yeah.
Did you ever go to the Funky Pirate?
Of course.
Big Al Carson?
Of course. Yeah.
I still had this text because right before he passed, I sat in with them. I did Janis Joplin, but I sat in with them and the Herald. They lost 2 members. Big Al passed.
I forget the name, but I know you talking.
He's a god. He was such a god. Take your drunken ass home. That's my favorite. He was a freaking god,
Yeah,
you know, and it's so sad. So you're a New Orleans dude.
without a doubt, for sure, for sure.
Did you ever, what
but we-
about Trombone Shorty?
Yeah, of course, Trombone Shorty, all of them.
Well, yeah. Well, he's involved with Colbert too, right?
Ah,
And then we were supposed to play Essence Music Festival and stuff like that.
yeah.
You know, for the past 2 years, every year has been, Jazz Fest. You know what I mean? And also, too, not to mention, I can't forget DMD. That's a project that's coming out soon. It's myself, Daru Jones again on drums, and the legendary Doug Wimbush from Living Color. You know what I mean? So that's a
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Did we talk about Living Color last time? I think.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Living Color? Oh, yeah.
Uncle V, Vernon, that's all fam. They all know me. I was like,
Really? Wow. That's big, man. Living Color is no joke. I mean, that's probably I haven't been a big rock head, but I love some Living Color, I must admit.
Yeah.
Definitely. But hey, have you done anything in Memphis? I mean, have you hung out at?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
There's a few places I haven't been to. I played Memphis one time. There was a place outside with Brian Owens. We did like this.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Cash. It was like tribute. I can't remember.
Nice.
Been to Memphis one time, and I haven't been to Atlanta. I haven't played, but yeah, I'd love to come down and play in Memphis.
Yeah, you gotta do Bill Street, man. Gotta do Bill Street.
Yeah. Whenever things open up, I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit all those things for sure.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night, 9:00 p.m. Come to my Instagram page. It's official.
Yeah.
It's Machado, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You guys gonna get a glimpse. First listening party of Aquarius Purple before it drops Saturday. Be sure you check that out. Also, too, at 8:00, go to QSTV on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram as well. That's the bi-weekly show with myself, my sisters, and DJs, and it's just trying to keep the artistic side going. You know what I mean? With creators, so always writers, stuff like that.
What are your sisters' names?
Vicky Cassis. Yeah.
Okay.
Vicky Cassis. Yeah.
Okay.
She's on Instagram too as well. Incredible, producer. Not because that's my sister, but she's a star in her own right and stuff like that. And next time, we'll have her up on the show. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We look forward to it, no doubt, man.
Well, I'm gonna be listening tomorrow. I will be there.
Tomorrow. We definitely have some vibes and stuff. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I will be there.
And in this quarantine, we need it, man. So we appreciate you doing it.
Yep.
Absolutely, man. So we thank you for coming, man. And you are always welcome. You're always welcome, man. So we are looking forward to you taking it to that next step, because we know these projects are going to put you on a whole nother level. And we're going to say we knew him when back then. So we're excited for you, man.
Anytime.
Well, perhaps you could at least give us some free tickets or something too. That's all we want. We don't ask for much.
Really?
Of course, I got to come down there and do some shows as well. So when everything's
absolutely. We'll make it happen, my brother.
Sure.
No doubt. We appreciate you and look forward to all your success, my brother.
And much love to y'all, man. Thank you.
All right,
man.
All right.
Next young gun.
He reminds me of Kevin Banks. Am I wrong? Kevin Banks. Wait, it's a hat. Am I wrong? Kevin Banks. He used to play. He was from was he from Letterman?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The Eubanks.
Kevin Eubanks. Yeah. I think it's the hat.
Yeah.
How you doing today, Regina?
Why?
You just, I don't know. You seem very
I don't
energetic
trust you.
today.
I don't trust you. What?
You were very energetic this evening.
Can you see my shirt? I was feeling myself today. Can you see this?
What does that say? Near perfect?
Near perfect. Okay, yeah. So you are feeling.
Wait. You missed the key word. Oh, wait. The camera is like, it says damn near perfect.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I was feeling myself today. I don't know, I'm like feeling myself, but I'm like, I ain't perfect, but today
Okay.
Killing myself is a felony. It's not a felony. I was telling myself today I love it.
I think next time we'll just tell you to tell us what it says. Because that was something. Yes.
What did I do wrong? What?
Nothing. You just seem very,
It's all
very.
good.
Because I
All
stood
good.
up. What?
Very animated, but that's all good.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Very animated.
boys,
That's the word.
boys.
Very animated this evening.
Yeah, it's been a great day. It's been a really great day. Doing nothing, just being a great day, being alive. It's one of those days.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Say something to that Q man.
We're even talking fast, but
Love
whatever.
you.
I'm not even gonna try to figure it out
And I'm
anymore.
drinking this nasty. It's like ginger
There it is. That's what it is right there.
ginger pineapple, and it's like I usually like these tropical juices, but rhythm juice, this was not so much. It's
What
not so
did
good.
you pour in?
I think you got a little sugar high going on there.
Probably it's some oxtail and the oxtail cabbage. That's probably what it is. And my beef patty that I had. Patty.
Oh, you were full Jamaican on us, man.
Wow.
Yes, I
You
did.
were full Jamaican on us, man.
Yeah, I did. How you doing, Q man?
I am very good. Very, very good. It's
Good.
tomorrow's Thursday. Thursday is my Friday. So
Oh, okay, good.
Is that because you're off Fridays?
yes, I am off on Fridays.
Good, babe. Good.
So I love
Good.
it because that means you got to start shutting down working Thursday morning to kind of get ready for Friday.
Really? Wow, that's an interesting approach.
Well, you know how our people when we go to work on Friday, we're not working. We're getting ready for Saturday.
Really?
I don't know what kind of
Really?
people you have, but me after Thursday.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to put in that time, my brother. But I feel you.
Well, in case my job is watching, so do I. I'm just kidding.
These are all jokes. These are all jokes. Just like
Just a joke.
yes.
There you go.
There's no COVID
Just
here
like-
in Charlotte.
There's no COVID in Charlotte.
I don't think so because all the restaurants are like packed. And I was driving through the day and I was telling the twins, and I was like,
That's awful.
See, but that is why we are in this situation.
Exactly.
That is why
don't care.
that is why we're in this situation. That's the same thing. I mean, I've been to restaurants just picking up food and having them bring it to the car.
Yeah.
And you see people, it's literally packed. And you're just wondering like what is on their mind. But that's why most of the Asian countries are back to normal now because they had the foresight to actually take their medicine and actually, just take their medicine, stay inside for a few months, and it'll all be over. We don't want to make any sacrifices. And we have no sense of delayed gratification. And therein lies the problem.
I agree.
Therein lies the problem.
And discipline. How many times do you hear, well, this is America. I can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
This is America.
Just because you have freedom doesn't mean that's the right thing for you to do and for the people around you to do and for your community. You got to be a responsible citizen. It's great to be a citizen, but you got to be a responsible one too. So, but that's just my
completely agree. Hope you guys have good weekends coming. If you're looking for something to do, both McDonald's and Burger King have new chicken sandwiches to try to compete with Chick-fil-A. So,
you forgot about Wendy's though. Wendy's has,
yes, Wendy's has one too, and Taco Bell has a new chicken sandwich in their attempt to compete. And I've never had Taco Bell.
Is it meat?
I've never had Taco Bell.
I had Taco Bell once in my life. And I don't foresee doing it ever
Well,
again.
you can have it because you keep it like for about 15 minutes and then it's gone.
That was like White Castle back in the day. I don't know if you remember the White.
I used to love White Castle.
It was good going in.
Is that gone?
I miss White Castle.
No, it's still around.
New Jersey too. That's right, you man.
Yeah.
They still have White Castle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're still around.
I thought there was some good eating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't remember. It's a bit of a laxative, but it's all good. Sometimes you need those things.
You have to clean your system.
Yep.
That's
I'm going to be listening tomorrow to the next Young Gun at 9 o'clock.
Absolutely, we got to support Marcus.
Even though Clarice is on at 9, I'll just watch it after that's over.
Are they going to beat that concept to death, though? I am so tired of Silence of the Lambs and any sort of. I'm tired.
This is what happens, man. There's no more original ideas.
My God.
Behind Her Eyes was kind of good. However, it did make me think of the movie Us. And I was wondering who sort of bit off who. Because that twist was sort of like, I don't know, maybe did you guys see Behind Her Eyes?
I didn't.
No.
That is worth binging because you really had to think.
I
actually missed them until a friend told me. I actually missed, but I'm like, oh gosh, this is a great movie. And then my friend was like, yeah, can you believe the blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice that. But yeah, it's a good, if you get a chance.
I have to check it out. And this is our last episode during Black History Month. So I will implore everyone, if you have not seen Judas and the Black Messiah, the story of Fred Hampton, to please make sure you watch it, because Daniel Kaluuya did an amazing job, as did Lakeith Stanfield. They were both fantastic in the movie. So
yeah, I hear really good things about it. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. And I appreciate what you've been doing on your Facebook page, Q, in terms of focusing on Black history. So you get major props for that. So I appreciate you on that. And I'd be remiss if I did not mention, though, some of the things that we have actually going on the site most recently. So I want people to make sure that they check out the site. We had a great week this past week. We did an artist feature. Our artist of the week was Guapale. And so she's an artist out of the Bay Area and has done some incredible neo soul in the past. And the week before, we had Houdini as our artist of the week. So they're both up on the site. I encourage everybody to go check them out. I also encourage everybody to go back and check out our past episodes, because now that we are archiving them, they can be seen on the site. So, we had an incredible interview last week with our good friend McLean, and he did his thing. And so we're so excited. That's up there. You'll see the one with Nia Grace. You'll see the one with Danny G. So go check them out as well.
All right. Guess that's it, guys.
That is it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Enjoy your weekends. See y'all next week.
All right.
You too, love. You too.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.